Well, good morning, everybody. Happy 18th day. I don't even know. It's around that number. Bercianos del Rio Camino. What an amazing little town. When you walk through it, it just seems run down, like most of the towns moved away. But the people who are still there are wonderful. The Donativo albergue was amazing. The volunteers running it were awesome. It was the best municipal Donativo dinner I've experienced. Stress-free, very positive, and again, the volunteers were amazing. But all over the town you see little signs and things on people's houses supporting the Camino. A bunch of old people who live here saying Buen Camino and greeting you. So even though the town is another one of those Spanish towns that is dying, hasn't lost its spirit, which is pretty cool. So the plan for today, plan one, you got to work through this Achilles tendon nagging thing. It's starting to bother me more and more. Excuse me. And I'm stretching the heck out of it. It's a hard area to massage, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe I bruised it because I placed it on, a bar on the bed and fell asleep. That's possible. Maybe it's not a stretch injury at all, or like a tendon injury. But we are walking to Mansilla de las Mulas. As I mentioned before, my Camino family moved on ahead. Today they're like a town or two further, and they're pushing to Leon. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Mansilla de las Mulas, and then I have a 18K day to Leon. I'll explore, but instead of like Burgos where I stay there, after I explore the town for a little bit, I will move on ahead and walk another 7-10K to an albergue further up the Camino. So got about 5-ish, 5.5 hours of walking today. It's a 26-kilometer walk, but yeah, I'm excited to get after it. See y'all soon. And before I forget, I don't know what's going on with the end of the videos, as I'm sure you've noticed the sound no longer matches my mouth. It's like you're watching a bad Godzilla movie, or even worse, because those were actually fairly well made compared to this. But yeah, as my videos get above 25 minutes, and as I do longer edits, it seems like that starts to throw the video off. So I'm aware. Again, I'm not making these videos for views or anything like that. I'm really making these for me to look back on, to see my growth, because it's hard to see and notice everything when you're in the moment. But I want to watch from before I started the Camino, during and after, to see what growth takes place, because I'll be able to recognize it really good, and maybe you will too. Who knows? But again, these videos are for me to reflect on and to try to help myself remember the little things and places that we often forget about when we go traveling. The places that you spend a lot of time in but you never take a picture of, like the bus terminals or the empty room in an albergue where you're charging your phone and organizing your pictures. Stuff like that doesn't get captured as much. It's only, you know, the beautiful people, places, and things. But I'm trying to capture more for myself. And I'm trying to capture the internal journey of this too. Because I'm a counselor. Go figure. But the Camino is a very spiritual, mental, emotional journey on top of the physical. And I think that's an important part to document for myself. So anyways, all right, now we're walking. Time for a Camino tip. I've talked about this before, but never fully as a tip. Let the Camino challenge you any chance you feel comfortable. Again, it's your Camino. You will let it challenge you. In some ways you have no choice, but in others you do. Yesterday at the albergue, tried not to be a counselor. Still, I had that part of a group counseling session because they did this circle with the prayer and, you know, asked people if they want to share why they're doing the Camino. And it was emotional for some people. I mean, why wouldn't it be? The people you see every day that you don't know that well, sharing things, like going through a separation, having hard times in their relationships, having hard times loving themselves, who they are, their life, processing something very difficult. There is a wide range of things that people brought up. And, you know, I think even for myself, it was a good reminder that, you know, we see these people smiling every day, or we just casually walk by them, say Buen Camino. You get to recognize the regular faces. But, you know, that everyone's carrying something on the inside. Use a Catholic reference. Everyone's carrying a different size and shaped cross, a different burden or set of burdens. And the Camino is an amazing opportunity to process whatever those burdens are. Coming up after Leon in like 5 days maybe, after Fonce-Badan is a place called Cruz de Ferro. And Cruz de Ferro is a place where you bring a rock or an object from before the start of the Camino or at the start, and you place it at the foot of this pole with a cross on it. There's thousands of rocks there mounded up, and you leave behind a burden or a bit of forgiveness or something. It's a kind of a ritualistic spot 80% of the way through the Camino. And so, you know, I think these exercises of, you know, trying to find clarity in why I'm doing the Camino, why others are doing the Camino, those answers might evolve and change. That part of that gets to be placed in that stone that we leave at Cruz de Ferro, which is pretty cool. So that's coming up in a little bit. I'm excited about that. It's one of the top things I came here to do. And yeah, let the Camino challenge you in ways you feel comfortable. So Now entering the outskirts of the main streets of Albergo Renero. Albergo Renero is where some of my friends decided to stay yesterday, and they got after it early. But we are just going to pass through this town. If there's a cafe, might get a espresso, use the bathroom, and then get going.
So and then it's
This French toast is incredible. And we got running of the bulls on. The bulls are trampling people. You gotta love it. Get them, get them. That looks like so much fun. Well, he's petting it. Hey, buddy. He's like, you can't pet me, you have no more food. Well, what a true Spanish experience. Feeding a gato. Watching running of the bulls in Pamplona. Getting a nice coffee. And then a French toast. But it's very good. It's one of the best French toasts I've ever had. So now it's a little bit of a ways, a walk to Religios, I believe, and Bar Elvis, which I hear is famous. I have to stop there. And it's about, I think, 12K in between towns. But I have water, I have some food packed, so it won't be a problem. Check this out. It's starting to hit me just a little bit that in a couple days when I'm in Leon, the Meseta will have come to an end. And I'm over halfway to Finesterre. I think there's something with me about having a grind, a challenge to face that drives me. And with the Pyrenees, I knew I could just put the blinders on and push through it. And all the other hilly challenges that came after. With the Meseta, this long stretch of nothing, fields, desert. And it was wonderful. I enjoy the grind of that. And now that I'm over halfway, and the grind of the Camino, the physical, mental, emotional part, the stages are coming to a close, and the spiritual part will soon begin. At least that's how people describe the three phases of the Camino: physical, emotional, spiritual. What will that be like for me? I don't know. This experience has already been spiritual. Maybe it'll solidify some thoughts or feelings, or give me some new ones. I'm open to it. But I'm just trying to, I guess, mindfully embrace what's left of the Meseta. This is one of the last long stretches of emptiness. And I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. But it will be cool to see the scenery, the landscape, the geology, geography, all that stuff start changing again. So the next town is Religios. Got to stop at the famous bar Elvis, and then Mansilla de las Mulas. 26K day today, right in my ballpark. Let's go. So way off in the distance. Sorry. Way off in the distance, I can see the beginnings of a city that I'm pretty sure is Leon. Sometimes your perception, especially on these hot days, can play tricks on you, but it's cool. Again, how walking on the Camino, you'll see something and slowly approach it. Sometimes way faster than you think. I hope that's Leon. Maybe it's just Mansilla de las Mulas. And that's the goal for today. But it looks pretty large, so pretty sure it's Leon. So I have this young couple behind me I cannot walk fast enough from. Sorry if you're watching this and you know who you are later on. But saw them smooching on the Camino, and I know one of them from before, and she's younger, in her 20s, and they're totally crushing on each other. And she's American, and it's just really annoying. Everything this guy's just talking, and she's just like, really? Oh my God, really? Oh wow, oh my God. Really? Like over and over and over again. Really? Like, oh my God. That's my mental challenge on the Camino today. Really? Like, oh my God. Really? Oh my God. Look at this path. It's like really long. There's so many trees. Really a lot of trees. Like, oh my God, wow. Really, wow. We have another underpass. See, are there any good ones in here? Eh, 3 out of 10. Right around the corner to Religios. We're gonna be in search of Bar Elvis. Keep hearing about this place. Let's hope it lives up to the hype. Now entering in the main streets of Religios. Hola. Buenos días. Gracias. Hey, what's up, guys? Good. How are you? I have found the Italians. You're going where? Oh, wow. No, oh, me? No. Hell no. I'm going to Mansilla de las Mulas. Yeah. Leon tomorrow. Yeah, Mansilla. See you. All right, y'all. Check out this goofy, cool looking place. Bar Elvis. Some people told me it was closed, even though Google says it's open. It's Spain, so you never know. And yeah, it looks closed. Well, we tried. That happy face is now a sad face. That's the way it goes in Spain sometimes. But there's a bar just back up the street, so no problem. I'll get some orange juice, something yummy, and rest. So they had a cannoli with dulce de leche. I cannot wait to try this. All right, Mom, this review is for you. My mom makes the best cannolis. We're gonna see how this is. This cat is really into this review. Probably waiting for some. I'm just gonna use my hands. Let's go. The dulce de leche filling is incredible. The shells my mom makes is a little bit better. This one's a little too soft. You need like just enough crispiness. I'm a cannoli snob. But the filling, the dulce de leche filling, is great. Kind of a twist on a classic, and I love it. It's really good. 8.5 out of 10. The shell's a little crispier, it'd be up there. So that was a nice break. But the one thing with breaks is every time I get up and get moving, I just feel like a crippled old man. The whole body is just aching. And I start doing these like stiff little steps, but with each one my body warms up. Of course I stretched again, and then it slowly gets going. Then I get in a great rhythm, and I'm actually a pretty decent speed walker. So after Religios here, we have about an hour 15 to Mansilla de las Mulas. It's been a good, solid walking day so far. Nothing crazy about it. Some repetitive parts with the Meseta and the trees in a row, but I don't mind it. Anyways, getting close to the end of today. Let's get after it. So across Spain you'll see these once in a while, these little outdoor fitness places. They got some basketball, some swinging machines, soccer of course, and a little wall just to bounce some things off of. Mansilla de las Mulas. We are here on the outskirts. The outskirts are always fun for me. A lot of times when you enter in these villages or cities, they don't always give you the most beautiful entrance, and that's okay. You might have a car shop, some random fields, houses that are slowly getting bought up and demolition for other sorts of industrial and agricultural purposes. But today was a good day. Today was a great walk. Nice and simple. Trying to enjoy the journey. I saw in the WhatsApp group chat that I'm in, some of my Camino family have made it to Leon today. They've pushed ahead further because they want to get done sooner. Enjoy Compostela for the fiestas. And there's 10 days of festival, and then the 25th they cap it all off. That's when I'm supposed to be there. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. Might be too busy the day I get there for me to get my Compostela and get in the Pilgrim's Mass. We'll see. But someone mentioned that they just can't wait for this to be over and end. And I don't try to ever be preachy or anything like that, but I did say that this will all be over before we know it. Enjoy the journey. I think that perspective, at least even for myself, sometimes when we get in our routines, we take life and the things that are about the life for granted. We've gotten into a routine of the Camino. This is our lives now. I don't want to take that for granted, because not long from now, 2 weeks I'm going to be at Compostela, and 18 days I'm going to be at the end. After that, when I'm home, I'm going to look back and miss this. I'm going to miss the random entrances in the towns, the times with my Camino family, the walks where I can just think or not think. I will truly miss this. And I hope that maybe I can just remind my friends to try to embrace it too. Because these are once in a lifetime opportunities that we are very privileged to do. And you know, one of my goals on the Camino is to deepen my gratitude and appreciation for the wonderful things and people in my life. And I always try to have deep gratitude and appreciation. I truly do. But I definitely have noticed that in challenging myself on this Camino, that gratitude has grown deeper for me. And I'm only halfway. Hola! We have a pilgrim on a bike. I'm only halfway, so how will I feel 2 weeks from now? Maybe the same. Maybe a little bit, maybe I'll have a little bit deeper sense of connectedness, spirituality. Who knows? Let's find my albergue. Puerta de Santiago. These walls have been here for a long time. And there used to be a door here, I assume. Well, that's what they call Puerta. Maybe it's metaphorical. This is one of the things to see when you're in Mansilla. Some tired pilgrims taking a break. that body language doesn't speak what I'm feeling, I don't know what does. Almost to the hostel. Well, I was there, but they don't open till 1. It's right here. And I have to share, I just had a beautiful, wonderful conversation with Estrella from Korea. She's like 22 years old, and she worked for a year. She's still going to university, and she talked about how nice the Camino is, because compared to her job, people don't treat her like a young person and just condescend and talk down to her. That the Camino is more of a community of people who all mutually respect each other. And that's beautiful, and I couldn't agree more. There's a nice brotherhood between people. Anyways, time to check in. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna close this one out for today. Like I said, I've seen how the sound and the voice doesn't always stay the same as these videos go longer, so I'm gonna try my best to keep these videos under 25 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes is what I'm shooting for. So this episode of the Camino is brought to you by Jabón Lagarto Natural. It means lizard soap. Ask the senora if this was Jabón soap para ropa or para cuerpo, clothes or body, and she said both. I lost my clothes soap bar 2 towns ago, or 3, I forget, and my bar of soap for my body is almost done. Win-win, I guess. So maybe that's why my pack's been feeling lighter. Not that I'm stronger, it's just my soap's diminishing. So hope you enjoyed this one. The Meseta is coming to an end. Tomorrow is Leon. Gonna see some things, move past it. And then, yeah, we have 2 weeks from today is what it looks like to get to Santiago de Compostela. I'm so excited. But it is weird to think about the Camino as something that will eventually end. This is really the first time that sort of thought's been hitting me. Up until now, it's been, you know, kind of striving and grinding towards difficult parts of the Camino. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. Hope you all are doing well wherever you're viewing from, and that you take some time to go for a walk, get outside, take care of yourself in a healthy way. Take care.